Currently in the UK, 85 men a week are dying from suicide. So I just wanted to add something into all the discussions that are going on. I want us to think about the messages that we're giving to our boys and the messages that we give to our girls about feelings. Because that's bound to have an impact. So if you're a little boy and you get told off, you'll probably feel a good dose of shame. You might have to meet somebody new. You might feel a bit shy. You might not be able to answer a question an adult asks. You might feel a bit stupid. You see your favourite cat on the walk home, you feel full of joy. Somebody says something lovely to you about how you look today, you might feel really beautiful. You might be standing around while the adults have big conversations and they don't include you in it, and every time you try to interrupt, they just ignore you. You feel invisible. You might fall over in the street and feel sad. You might have to go to a new play date, so you feel a bit scared. You might not be able to learn to tie your shoes very well. You feel frustrated. Your brother gets a great big piece of cake and you get a small bit because you didn't behave very well. You feel jealous. You can't understand what someone's saying to you because they're talking too fast and the words are too big. You feel confused. So the life of a child is full of feelings, but children don't have fully developed brains, so they can't cope with the feelings on their own. So if by lunchtime, middle of the afternoon, these are all the feelings that you've accumulated so far today, that's a lot. But if you're lucky and you're a girl, very often, but not always perfectly, when you have a big feeling, someone will notice and offer you some help. Oh, do you feel confused about that? Okay, let me help you. Whereas if you're a boy, they might say, you need to work stuff out for yourself. It's tough out there in the real world. You might feel frustrated. Oh, don't worry, we can sort that out for you. Whereas if you're a boy, you might get told, look, just try harder. It's tough, life is tough, man up. So you can see how different feelings might get different responses, and the fact that you're a boy or a girl, you might get spoken to in a different way. But the tub will still be full unless somebody helps you sort some of these feelings out. And if you're a boy, you could end up with a tub that's got so much stuff on that when you try to keep a lid on it, because that's what you've been taught to do, it just feels really, really, really suffocating, really overwhelming. You've got all these feelings trapped in there, but you've got no way of getting them out because nobody has given you the message or the mechanisms to just say how you feel. So come on, everyone, it really is time. However you're present in the life of children, whether it's a boy or a girl, they both need people to be giving them messages that their feelings really, really matter. And when they're struggling, or even when they're just having a good time, somebody acknowledges that they have a feeling. Oh, that looks like you might be worried about something. Can I help you at all? We need to be saying that to our boys just as much as to our girls, and not be teaching boys that feelings aren't okay and that somehow they have to be tougher, because too many full tubs of feelings, too many emotions trapped inside with no way of getting them out is making our men sick. It's making them quietly go off and believe that the only way out of these overwhelming sensations in their bodies and the repetitive thinking in their brains and their sense of worthlessness is to take their own lives. So let's really think about what we're doing when we're raising children. Many of us are present in their lives in either professionally, or as parents or carers, or maybe as coaches or in the church or something. So think before you talk to a boy about how he's feeling. Don't dismiss it, and no more man up. Come on, we can do better. Let's just think, let's engage with the idea that feelings are feelings. We're all full of them, but especially when we're children.